Ever thought about what a seasoned-old soul might reveal about the mysteries of love and closeness in a relationship? Picture a single chat flipping everything you thought you knew about connection upside down, pulling you tighter to your partner. In today's video, we're diving into the deep, timeless wisdom of a 74-year-old woman who's got some game-changing advice on building love and intimacy. Stick around to the end. These nuggets of truth might just reshape how you see love and talking, forging a richer, more heartfelt tie with your special someone. Not subscribed yet? Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell to catch all our latest drops. Your support keeps us going. If this hits home, smash that thumbs up to share the love. I'd love to hear what you think. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're on board, or a 0 if you see it differently. Your input shapes what I bring you next. Let's jump in. Elena's quest for clarity. In a sleepy hamlet cradled by rolling fields and whispering streams, there lived a woman whose insight had mended broken bonds and soothed aching spirits. Nana Rosa was a legend, not for tricks or spells, but for grasping the quiet secrets of the heart. Far off, Elena perched in her dimly lit living room, gazing at the empty space stretching between her and her partner. The silence was heavy. No fights, no raised voices, just a wall of stillness that had crept up over time, pieced together from unsaid feelings, ignored wants and habits that had smothered their fire. She knew her partner cared, and she cared back, but something vital had slipped away. That electric pull, the easy nearness they'd once shared, had dimmed like a tune lost to memory. One night, as Elena watched the moon climb high, spilling silver across the dark, a pang twisted in her chest. A long-buried thought bubbled up. Years ago, her aunt had mentioned a woman, an enigmatic elder tucked in a distant corner, who saw love's truths clearer than most. "When love feels like a maze, find her," her aunt had whispered. Back then, Elena had brushed it off, thinking love was a straight road, but now, alone in the stillness, more isolated than ever, she knew she craved direction. She needed a lifeline. So, armed with nothing but a flicker of hope and a hunger to reclaim the closeness she ached for, Elena grabbed a duffel and hit the road to track down Nana Rosa. The path twisted through plains and thick woods, but each mile lightened her load. A tiny voice nagged that this might be a wild goose chase. What could some old woman in the middle of nowhere teach her that she hadn't already figured out? Yet a louder voice held tight to the chance that there might be a hidden key she'd overlooked. When she reached the weathered stone cottage, vines climbing its walls like green veins, she paused. Door hung half open, wafting out scents of sage and worn leather. The place felt ancient, like it belonged to a slower, softer world. Elena exhaled, steadying herself, and tapped lightly on the frame. Moments later, the door swung wider, revealing Nana Rosa. She was frailer than Elena had pictured, her gray hair pulled into a loose braid, her sharp, gentle eyes cutting straight to the soul. She didn't speak at first, just took Elena in with a long, quiet look before stepping back and waving her inside. "That's a trek you've made," she said at last, her voice warm but steady. "Come in. Let's sit." Elena crossed the threshold, a calm settling over her like a soft blanket. The room smelled of cedar and faint smoke, the fireplace spitting sparks that danced in the dim light. She sank into a cushioned seat, hands clasped tight, unsure how to start. Nana Rosa poured tea from a chipped pot, sliding a cup Elena's way. "So, little one," she said, "what's brought you here?" Elena stared at the steam curling up from her tea, then let it spill out. "I love my partner," she confessed, "but we're strangers in the same house. We've got a life together, but not each other. Not anymore. I don't know how we lost it or how to get it back." Nana Rosa tilted her head, as if she'd unraveled this tale countless times before. She hummed. "You're not the only one walking this road." So many drift alongside their partners, close in body but miles apart in spirit. She rested her elbows on the table, her gaze steady. "Love doesn't just slip away, Elena. It's us who let it drift. But here's the bright side. Just as it can wander off, it can be called back home. Elena swallowed hard, her voice barely above a whisper. How? She asked. How do we pull it back? Nana Rosa's lips curved into a warm, knowing smile. First, we untangle love from connection because, sweet one, love by itself won't carry the day. Nana Rosa's wisdom, the keys to enduring closeness. By the glow of the hearth, Nana Rosa sat quietly as Elena spilled her soul. I adore my partner, but I feel like a ghost. We've got a house together, but no spark. Why does love dim? The old woman's smile held a lifetime of lessons. Because folks think love's a fixed star, something that stays lit forever once you catch it. But love's no stone. It's a breeze. It's got to move, shift, or it fades into nothing. Elena let out a slow breath, her eyes tracing the flames. I figured love would hold us, but now we're more like housemates. Nana Rosa gave a gentle nod. That's what happens when love's left to fend for itself. A partnership needs more than shared chores and familiar shadows. It craves purpose, and that begins with knowing how real closeness takes root. The heart before the heat. Nana Rosa leaned in, her tone soft yet unyielding. Most men reckon intimacy's all about the body, but a woman's fire starts up here, she tapped her temple, not down there. If her heart's not in it, her arms won't open. Elena shifted, brow creasing. But we chat all the time. The elder shook her head. Chatting's not connecting. A woman doesn't just want your words. She wants to feel known, heard, cherished. Does he lock eyes with you when you talk? Does he listen to feel you, not just to answer? Does he brush your hand like he's still hungry for you, or has it all turned into clockwork? Elena paused, the truth sinking in like a stone. Her partner talked, sure, but when had he last truly tuned in? Their exchanges were all logistics and to-dos. When had they last swapped dreams, worries, or laughed over old times? Nana Rosa pressed on. For a woman, closeness ties straight to how she feels inside. If she's unseen, unheard, or taken for granted, she pulls back, not out of spite, but because she doesn't feel safe enough to let go. So what do I do? Elena's voice trembled with urgency. Nana Rosa's smile softened. You start by bridging the heart gap. Before you can light that old flame, you've got to rebuild the path between your souls. Shaking off the everyday, keeping the fire burning in long-haul love. Nana Rosa sipped her tea, slow and deliberate, before speaking again. Passion doesn't vanish. It gets smothered under habit, she said. Couples don't stop loving, they stop showing it. Elena leaned closer, hooked. But how does something so alive turn stale? The elder's eyes twinkled. Because they start treating love like a chore list instead of a wild, breathing thing. Early on, it's all magic. Sneaky glances, late-night talks, little surprises. Then life piles up, and the small joys that used to spark get lost in the shuffle. She set her cup down with a soft clink. There's two kinds of closeness, duty-bound and hunger-born. Duty-bound is safe, scheduled, something you do 'cause you're supposed to. Hunger-born is wild, fun, dripping with wonder. Elena's forehead wrinkled. So duty-bound feels forced? Nana Rosa nodded sharp. Spot on. It's when you say, we ought to hang out, instead of, I'm dying to be near you. It's when touch turns into a habit instead of a want. And hear this. When a woman stops feeling wanted, her spirit starts to shut down. Elena's gut twisted. That's me. I know he cares, but his eyes don't light up anymore. He doesn't reach for me just 'cause he can't help it. It's like we've forgotten how to crave each other. Nana Rosa took Elena's hand, her grip firm but kind. That craving's not dead. It's just buried under time's dust. To dig it out, go back to how it felt when love was fresh. Elena cocked her head. How? The elder let out a low chuckle. Flirt with him like you're new. Laugh at dumb stuff together. Graze his arm for no reason. Shoot him a text midday saying you're thinking of him. Those little moves scream, "You're still my thrill." She eased back. "When'd he last kiss you just 'cause he felt like it?" Elena's mouth opened, then shut. She couldn't pin it down. Nana Rosa's voice dropped gentle. "See, love doesn't fade 'cause of years. It fades 'cause we stop making each other feel alive. But here's the magic. It can flare up again if you both choose to fan the flames." Elena sat still, the words soaking in. For the first time in ages, a flicker of something sparked inside her. Possibility. The quiet slip-ups men over 50 miss, skipping the heart's warm-up. One of the sneakiest traps men fall into in long-term love is thinking a quick touch will fire things up. But for a woman, real closeness kicks off way earlier. It's born in her thoughts. She needs that soul link before her body says yes. Without it, intimacy turns into just another box to check, something done 'cause it's expected, not 'cause it's craved. Men don't always catch that the little everyday exchanges are the bedrock of emotional warm-up. It's in how he meets her eyes, how he tunes in when she talks, how he handles her feelings. A half-hearted, "How's your day?" with no real ear behind it doesn't cut it. She needs to know her joys, her struggles, her world matter to him. A real talk, a heartfelt, "You're amazing," or just lingering in her gaze a beat longer, can shift everything. Women don't just want hands on them. They want to feel treasured. They want to know they're still the most captivating piece of his universe. Skip that soul link, and the physical side'll wither, no matter how bad he wants it. Letting her shine slip away. Back when love was new, it was all fireworks, random bouquets, scribbled notes slipped in her coat, hugs that shouted, "I see you, I choose you." But as years stack up, plenty of guys ease off. Not 'cause the love's gone, but 'cause they figure she's already in on it. Truth is, love you don't show starts feeling like a ghost. Women hunger for those small, real signs they're still prized, still wanted. A light hand on her shoulder as you walk by, a "you look stunning" on a plain old Wednesday, grabbing her hand mid-stroll, these bits count. Love's not about big flashy moves, it's the steady, quiet beats that whisper she's still your muse. The riskiest trap a man can fall into is thinking love runs on autopilot. Love demands movement. A woman who feels like wallpaper will start to fade out, and once that heart gap grows, clawing back the closeness gets tough. Don't let her drift into the scenery of your life. Keep her center stage, missing her mind's turn after 50. As women age, what fuels their heart and closeness shifts. What lit her up in her 20s or 30s might not hold the same weight past 50. Lots of men miss this curve, sparking disconnect and quiet frustration. Early on, she might have rolled with a thin emotional thread, but now she's after a thicker weave, deeper trust, real companionship, a sense she's truly known. She's done with just sharing space. She wants moments that fill her up, that hit soul deep. Here, she's chasing richness over shallow sweetness. She craves talks that dig past the surface, hopes, shadows, old stories, even the way her heart and body are changing. If he sidesteps these depths, she might feel like she's bunking with a stranger, not a partner. Getting this isn't about rewriting yourself. It's about tuning in, flexing, growing side by side. Loving her isn't just about who she was. It's about cherishing who she's turning into. Nail that. He doesn't just keep the flame flickering. He stokes it into something wilder than he ever dreamed. Nana Rosa's real deal tips, bringing love back to life. Across from Elena, Nana Rosa's smile glowed with warmth, picking up on the mix of hope and doubt in her eyes. Love doesn't vanish, darling. It's just sitting there waiting for you to spot it again. She sipped her tea slow before going on. To wake your relationship up, you don't need fireworks or a whole new you. Just start seeing her in a way that makes her feel alive. Rekindle the heart ties. When'd you last ask her how she's really holding up? Nana Rosa prodded. Elena blinked, realizing their chats were all groceries, bills, and whose turn is it? A woman's got to feel her soul's linked up before she'll let you in, Nana Rosa said. Ask about her wildest wishes, her quiet fears, what lights her up, stuff past the grind. And when she talks, don't just hear, feel it. Men sleep on how much pure curiosity can do. When she knows she's heard, she knows she's loved. Ditch the screen, mute the noise, give her your full spotlight. Those tiny slivers of presence stack into trust and a tighter bond. Talk her love tongue. Love's not a one-trick pony, Nana Rosa said. Some bloom with sweet words, some melt with a touch, others glow when you just sit close. The trick's finding what makes her ticker sing. Elena nodded. She'd heard of love languages, but never leaned in hard. Love doesn't fade 'cause it's tired. It fades 'cause we stop speaking its dialect. If she feeds on words, call her gorgeous on a random Thursday morn. If touch is her jam, don't just grab her when you're in the mood. Brush her arm to say, I'm here. Love's in the fine print. Shake her up with little love bombs. Love doesn't thrive on autopilot. It needs a jolt, Nana Rosa said. Try something out of the blue, a note scratched out and tucked by her coffee, a quick road trip nowhere special, a soft, you're my everything when she's not looking for it. Too many guys think after years together, the wooing's done, but women never stop wanting to feel chased. The strongest pairs aren't the flawless ones, she grinned. They're the ones who keep making each other feel like gold. She leaned close with a raspy laugh. Love's a rhythm, Elena, and you can always pick up a fresh beat. The heart shift. Elena walked out of that cottage with a new lens on love and closeness. She didn't see love as something that just slipped away anymore. It was something to tend, to nudge, to hold close. Back home, she didn't wait for her partner to flip the script. She stepped up, and bit by bit, like a fire catching dry wood, their glow came roaring back.